All right, so if you're wondering why this sounds really different, it's because I'm using my phone to record this. And also, I'm in a echoey room. I'm in my office, which is really echoey if I'm not wearing my headset, audio-wise. So let's talk about Corpse Party. Oh my god. Quick little things. All the bathroom stuff, why? At least there was one thing having to do with, like, having to relieve yourself in every single chapter, and I don't know why. There's always just something having to do with the bathroom, and I don't understand why. It's frustrating when the game didn't tell you what you really needed to do, or didn't really give you any direction as to how you should do it. It's really, another thing that's really frustrating is the game over stuff or the wrong end stuff. And it's fine when the wrong end is like 5 minutes away, but what's not fine is if you play a whole thing for 50 minutes and then it cuts, or an hour and 30 minutes. And after that, I was just like, nope, I'm not doing this anymore. Sorry, game. I just spent an hour and 30 minutes playing this and an extra hour playing what's supposed to be the right end, and the only way I would know how to do anything is through the walkthrough. I just finished editing the very last part, and there's so many cuts. There's some cuts you guys don't even realize are there, maybe, because the image doesn't change, but there's I made a good probably 7 cuts in that where I just had to edit out dead space, because it's like I'm going back and forth through the walkthrough, and it's like, that's not interesting to you, that's not interesting to me, and it just makes pretty shit content. This game was so promising, and it's like, if you can get to the actual ending, it's an okay ending. I won't spoil it in case you guys want to go and find another person who's played the game full way through, but the ending's not that bad. It's just getting there that's horrible, and I'm not willing to put up with this game for any longer. And I know, I've said this before, but in my explanation video, but at the time I'm recording this audio, is coming out tomorrow, which is 3 weeks from when this video is being released. But it's just, the game was so promising in the first couple of chapters. It's straightforward enough, it's easy enough, it's quick enough, and then it's chapter 3, it starts to wane off there. Then chapter 4, really frustrating when I have to record for 3 hours, and I didn't really have a lot of lunch, so I have no food in me, I have no drinks, so my throat's really sore. And then I start screaming on top of that, which made my voice sore for the following week. And then this past chapter, I remember just complaining about it so much to anyone who was willing to listen, because I find it frustrating. And yeah, so good game for the first couple chapters, and then it becomes just why, basically. Now, will I come back to this game later? I don't know, maybe. Maybe if I'm willing to give it a second chance, I'll go back to it. But, people voted that it was up to me, so I decided to end it, because I wasn't having fun anymore, and that's not enjoyable to watch. I've seen it in other Let's Plays too, where, you can tell when the person playing the game, or in any video really, where they don't really want to be making it, but they have to because people will watch it and people will like it. But, sorry. And I know you guys voted on this too, but it's just I'm not willing to put up with it anymore, So, I mean, it was good and fine when it needed to be, at the beginning, enough to, get you in, and then it wasn't good and fine anymore. And also, I think, different teams within the studio worked on the chapters, because the first, two chapters, I think, are like, you can tell it's made by the same people. But then after that, it's like every single one is like a different team. And you don't really need to play any of the other chapters to understand what's going on. Like, okay, the frustrating thing is like, none of the items I don't think any of the items transfer over to a new save because you have to go new game anyways every single time. So, I mean, like, it would have been better if it was just all one game instead of different select chapters. And I don't know why it's different select chapters. Like, it's not episodic. At least I don't think it was episodic because you would be able to see that it was episodic and they usually would put in, like, on the next episode or in the next chapter. So I don't think it was episodic. So I don't know why, like, it was chapter-based, I guess. Well, I mean, it's probably chapter-based because of all the wrong ends, but that could be saved, like that, literally saved. That could be, like, corrected if you put in more saves than just 3 slots. Like, I know in some of the more indie titles, like the Crooked Man series, anything having to really do with RPG Maker, it has, like, 20 saves. So you can just go through, and then if you screw up, you can go back to an earlier save. So, I mean, you know, this is like one of those cult classic games too, where like everyone likes this game. And, you know, like it was fine and then it got stupid. And I don't like it when games get stupid. It's like, why? I wasted my money on you. I mean, yeah. So that's my thoughts on Corpse Party, and why it's so very frustrating to me. If you ask me what game I'm doing next, I don't know. That's why I'm spending Reading Week for. If you noticed, a couple weeks ago, there were no videos. In my future mind, or in the past mind, I get right now when I'm recording this, I'm planning on trying to record something during that week, and then if that doesn't work, then I'll be fine. And it'll be okay because I'll have other videos probably at that point if something goes screwy. Because if I'm thinking about doing what I want to do, I've had trouble recording in the past. Not because of the game, because my computer messes up or like there were softwares I use mess up. Like I know Fraps didn't record audio and then the game crashed because one of my like security software, like virus software things, like just was like, oh, you have no viruses, and then it just froze the game when I try to exit out of it. So yeah, I don't know, but there will be something for next week because this comes out on Friday. So yeah, so that's my thoughts on things, and this is 8 minutes long. I'm sorry you've had to listen to my voice for this long. All right. See you guys.